Imagine a world plunged into darkness where cash burns like tinder and coins are mere relics of a collapsed economy. Welcome, survivalists, to the chilling reality of fiscal apocalypse. In this dystopian landscape, traditional money is powerless, and survival hinges on a new form of currency. Today we'll embark on an unsettling journey into the heart of this economic wilderness, aiming to unearth what truly holds value when society's financial structures crumble into dust. We will delve into the nitty-gritty of bartering, commodities, and skills that transform into lifelines in a world where money is reduced to worthless paper. So, fasten your seatbelts and brace yourself as we explore the vital commodities and skills that become the lifeblood of trade and survival in a world where money is nothing but worthless paper. First, we must break down the essentials of bartering. When traditional money is rendered worthless, the age-old practice of bartering, trading goods and services for other goods and services, becomes a vital lifeline. The key to successful bartering lies in understanding supply and demand in the midst of crisis. In a world turned upside down, the things that were once taken for granted suddenly become scarce. Fresh water, food, medicine, these are the goods that hold immense value. On the other hand, luxury items, no matter how expensive they might have been in the old world, lose their worth. So, it's crucial to stockpile the right kind of resources, the ones that fulfill basic needs and are in high demand. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin, what you can offer. Your goods are only as valuable as what you can get in return. This is where your skills come into play. Can you fix a generator or purify water? Maybe you know how to hunt or have medical training. These skills can become your currency, traded for goods or other services. But bartering isn't just about trading goods and services. It's about negotiation, about reading people, about understanding the value of what you have and what you need. It's about striking a balance, finding a fair trade that benefits both parties. And in the chaos of a post-apocalyptic world, these negotiations can be tense, even dangerous, but they're a necessary part of survival. Finally, it's important to remember that bartering is not just about surviving, but about building relationships. The people you trade with today could become your allies tomorrow, so treat them with respect, be fair in your dealings, and you'll not only survive, but also lay the groundwork for a new, cooperative society. Understanding these basics of bartering is the first step in navigating a world where money has lost its worth. In a world devoid of traditional currency, certain commodities rise to prominence. These are the tangible goods that hold inherent value, the essentials that define survival in a world gone awry. We're talking about water, fuel, ammunition, and medicine. These commodities become the gold standard of a fallen society, the new currency in a world where printed money and digital accounts are as good as vanished. Now let's delve into the why. Water is life, plain and simple. It's the one commodity that every living being needs to survive. When the taps run dry and bottled water becomes a scarce resource, possessing a stockpile of clean water can make you king in a thirsty world. Fuel, whether it's gasoline, propane, or firewood, powers our world. It heats homes, cooks food, and drives vehicles. In a world plunged into darkness, fuel becomes a beacon of light and a key player in the exchange of goods. Ammunition is another high-value commodity. It's not just about self-defense. Ammunition can be used for hunting, protection, and as a strong bargaining chip in tense negotiations. It's a harsh reality, but in a world where survival is the ultimate goal, ammunition holds an undeniable power. Medicine, too, becomes a precious asset. From antibiotics to painkillers, medicine can mean the difference between life and death. It's a currency that can command high value in trade, especially when the healthcare system is in shambles. Stockpiling these commodities is only half the battle. Knowing how to leverage these items in trades, understanding their value, and recognizing the right time to barter can truly tip the scales in your favor. It's about playing your cards right, being one step ahead, and understanding the dynamics of this new currency system. Smart stockpiling and strategic use of these commodities can be your lifeline in a post-apocalyptic economy. Remember, in a world where the old rules no longer apply, it's the basics, water, fuel, ammunition, and medicine, that become the pillars of a new currency system. And understanding this could be your ticket to survival. In a world without money, your skills could be your greatest asset. In the harsh reality of a post-apocalyptic economy, trade isn't just about exchanging goods. It's about leveraging talents and abilities that others lack and desperately need. When society's traditional structures fall apart, the demand for practical hands-on skills skyrockets. Let's begin with the basics. Survival skills such as hunting, fishing, and foraging become invaluable. Knowing how to source food when supermarkets are long gone isn't just a survival skill, it's a currency. You could trade a fresh catch or a basket of foraged berries for other essentials like medicine or ammunition. Next, consider skills related to shelter and warmth. Can you build a sturdy shelter from scratch or start a fire without matches? These abilities could be your bargaining chip when you need something from someone else. Medical skills are another hot commodity. In a world without hospitals or pharmacies, being able to treat injuries and illnesses is priceless. Whether you're a trained doctor or someone who knows basic first aid, your skill could be the difference between life and death. Mechanical skills also hold immense value. If you can fix a broken generator or repair a vehicle, you're in high demand. And in a world where such skills are scarce, you can ask for a hefty price in barter. Then, there's the art of negotiation. If you can haggle and broker deals, you have a crucial skill that can maximize the value of every trade you make. Finally, teaching skills are vital. Knowledge is power, and in a post-apocalyptic world, it's a valuable currency. If you can teach others survival skills, you not only help your community but also create value for yourself. In the end, it's about being resourceful, adaptable, and prepared. The more skills you master now, the better your chances of survival when the world as we know it changes beyond recognition. Remember, in a world where money is worthless, your skills could be your most valuable currency. Honing these skills now could be your ticket to survival later. In a lawless world, protecting your new wealth is crucial. The new currency of this dystopian reality isn't tucked safely in banks or digital wallets, it's tangible goods and skills, making it vulnerable to theft, coercion, and violence. Keeping your assets secure is as critical as acquiring them in the first place. In this brave new world, your survival stash becomes a coveted treasure, and it's your responsibility to protect it. You may have stockpiled water, fuel, or even have a skill that's in high demand, but without a strategy to safeguard these, you might as well have nothing. One of the most effective strategies is camouflage. It's simple. What's out of sight is out of mind. Disguise your stash in plain sight, or better yet, hide it where no one would think to look. If potential thieves don't know it's there, they can't take it. Next, diversify your stash locations. Never keep all your eggs in one basket. Split your resources between several hiding places. If one stash is discovered or stolen, you'll have others to fall back on. Security measures are also key. This could range from simple locks to elaborate traps. The goal is to make it as difficult as possible for anyone to access your stash without your permission. But remember, physical protection is only half the battle. Avoid flaunting your resources. Loose lips can lead to lost goods. Discretion is your best defense against potential threats. Lastly, consider a decoy stash. This is a smaller, easily found stash that can satisfy a thief's greed and divert attention from your main resources. These strategies require forethought, creativity, and vigilance. But in an environment where your survival depends on your assets, they are well worth the effort. Security of your assets is as important as acquiring them in the first place. In a world where traditional money is worthless, the real wealth is in the resources you have and the lengths you'll go to protect them. In a fragmented world, alliances can be your strongest negotiation tool. When society's structures crumble, we're thrown back to our tribal roots. In these times, our survival instinct kicks in and the power of unity becomes evident. Forming strategic alliances isn't just about banding together for safety. It's also about pooling resources, sharing skills, and amplifying your bargaining power. An alliance can multiply the value of your assets. Your small stockpile of medicine, combined with another's cache of food, suddenly becomes a more influential trading platform. Moreover, alliances offer the invaluable advantage of mutual protection. This is a world where strength in numbers can deter those who might try to take what you've worked hard to acquire. In the end, alliances aren't just about survival. They're about fostering a sense of community in the face of adversity. Remember, unity can be a powerful currency in times of chaos. In the murky waters of post-apocalyptic trade, ethics and influence hold a unique position. When survival is at stake, the moral compass can waver, and decisions that once seemed black and white now blur into shades of gray. In the chaos of collapse, the lines between fair trade and exploitation can blur. Yet, it's essential to remember that in a world where traditional rules are broken, ethics become more important, not less. They define the type of society we rebuild from the ashes. Influence, too, becomes a pivotal currency. It's not just about what you have, but who you are and how you can sway others. The ability to negotiate, to persuade, and to lead, these are the skills that can turn survival into thriving. They can help you navigate complex trade deals, form beneficial alliances, and even shape the moral landscape of the new world. In the face of survival, influence and moral choices can shape the new world order. As the old world fades and a new order emerges, understanding the dynamics of apocalypse currency is not just useful, it's necessary for survival. We've journeyed together through the gritty reality of a world where money is worthless, where goods, skills, and alliances become the new gold standard. We've learned the essentials of bartering, the invaluable commodities that become currency, and the skills that become hot commodities. We've delved into strategies for protecting your goods and explored the power of strategic alliances. We've even touched on the murky waters of morality in trade and how influence becomes a pivotal currency. In this chaotic new world, being prepared is not just about hoarding supplies, it's about understanding the value of what you have and how to leverage it. Remember, in the chaos of collapse, being prepared with the right knowledge and resources can transform you from a survivor to a leader.